And in today's session, I am going to discuss about ending a conversation. You should make use of your brains. Common sense na use ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. Not the case with everybody. Everyone will not have the skill of convincing other people or other person. But if you are good enough to talk to that person, try to understand the pulse of that person, yes, of course, you are going to be respected. Hello, hi, namaste, and welcome to Vidhyaashram, the Temple of Excellence. I am Nandakishore, Faculty of English in Vidhyaashram, Mysuru. In my previous session, I had discussed one of the language functions, agreeing and disagreeing. And in today's session, I am going to discuss about ending a conversation, which is one of the last language components. And with this, we are done and dusted of first PUC English workbook. So let us start with ending a conversation. So what is ending a conversation and why ending conversation in a formal way or in a polished way is very important. ಒಂದು ಸಂಭಾಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಒಬ್ಬರ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದು ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸಂಭಾಷಣೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ವೈಂಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಯಾಕೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Let us see it in today's session. You meet an old friend on your way home. After exchanging pleasantries, your friend keeps talking about his or her past. You are in a hurry as you have to take your uncle to the dentist. How do you end the conversation? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೊ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ನ ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ತುಂಬಾ ದಿನಗಳಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ, ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ, ಬಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಂಕಲ್ನ ಡೆಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ನೀವು ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸಡನ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಂಕಲ್ನ ಡೆಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಇನ್ನ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಾಲಿಶ್ಡ್ ವೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ನೀವು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ನ ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಈ ಒಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಯು ಟೂ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್. ಹೌ ಆರ್ ಯು ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, talk to you later. Straight away ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, straight away you're going to tell it to your friend, talk to you later, I have to take my uncle to the dentist. Will you use this? Or, I'm sorry, but I have to go now. My uncle is waiting for me to take him to the dentist. Will you use this? ಇದನ್ನ ಬಳಸ್ತೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ಇದನ್ನ ಬಳಸ್ತೀರಾ? And they also tell what is the difference between the two. Which one would you prefer and why? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀವು ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಚ ಆರ್ ಮಗ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಂಕಲ್ನ ಡೆಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ವಿ ಟೆಂಡ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಚ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಇಫ್ ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ಯೋರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಯೋರ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸೆಸ್ಟ್, ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕ್ಲೋಸೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲೋಸೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್, ಏನು ಕೂಡ ಅಭ್ಯಂತರ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಕೂಡ ಎಸ್ಮೂರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾನೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಮೇಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗುಡ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗುಡ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಓಕೆ. ನೋ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಗುರು, ನಿನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಂಕಲ್ನ ನಾನು ಡೆಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಹಿಮ್, ಎಸ್ ಅಫ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಸಿ. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ದಿನಗಳಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರು ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಸಿನ್ಸಿಯರ್, ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಟು ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟೀಸ್. But second one, can you use the first one? Now, let me go back and talk about the first one. Can you use the same sentence, the same words to any of your friends who is just a hi-bye friend? Or can you use this sentence or words to any of your superior? Is it possible? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಪರಿಚಯ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ನೀವು ಈ ಪದಗಳನ್ನ ಬಳಸ್ಬೋದಾ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಳಸ್ಬೋದಾ? ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಬಾಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತವ್ರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ತುಂಬಾ ಒಂದು ಹೈ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಂತವರ ಜೊತೆ ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟು ಸಡಿಲವಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ನೋ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆಲ್? ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್. I would say you cannot. ಸೊ ವೈ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ನಾನು ಮೊದಲೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಒಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ಸ್, ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಹಲವಾರು ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸಲೀಸಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ನಾಟ್. You can't go to your teacher and talk in this way. Though the teacher is so sweet, too good, too friendly, you cannot go and talk to the teacher in this manner. You need to be more polished, more firm in your language usage. ಹೇಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it will have a bad impact on you. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಬೀರ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹತ್ರ. ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂಗೆ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್, ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಮೋರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಟೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ. ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂಗೆ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 4 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಕರೆದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, 6 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ನೀವು ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಬಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ 6 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಜಾಬ್ ಇದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಮೈಟ್ ಬಿ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಯೋರ್ ಬಾಸ್? ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋರನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾಳೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ, ನನಗೆ ನಾಳೆ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಯೂಸ್, ಆರ್ ಯೋರ್ ಟೋನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಟೂ ಲೋ, ಟೂ ಅಪೀಲಿಂಗ್, ಟೂ ಪ್ಲೀಸಿಂಗ್, ಟೂ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಹೇಗೆ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಸೊ ವುಡ್ ಯು ಮೈಂಡ್ leaving me or just letting me go at 6 o'clock because I have something more important? You need to give them the reason. The words I'm using, try to listen to it. ಸರ್ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನನ್ನ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವಿಷಯ ಇದೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ಲೇಬೇಕು, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. ನಾನು 4 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಕರೆದಿದ್ರು, ಐ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ನಾನು ಲಯಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೇಳಬಾರ್ದು, ನೀವು 10 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಬಟ್ ನನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸನೂ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದಾ? ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಯು ದ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್, ಸರ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತವರೆಗೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. ಮೇ ಬಿ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸೇ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಯು ಆರ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ. ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್. ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ ಇಸ್ ಟಿಕ್ಕಿಂಗ್, ಟೈಮ್ ಓಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, 5:30 ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 5:30. ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬಾಸ್, ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಈವನ್ ಬೆಟರ್, ಈವನ್ ಮೋರ್. ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಸು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, 6 ಗಂಟೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಅನ್ ಅವರ್ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್. ಹಾಫ್ ಅನ್ ಅವರ್ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಸರ್ ಟಾಕ್ ಟು ಯು ಲೇಟರ್ ಆರ್ ಟಾಕ್ ಟು ಯು ಟುಮಾರೋ. Yes, I'm going to go now. No, you can't. You have to come to the second one. Officially, you are requesting for half an hour time. I am sorry, but I have to go now. My uncle is waiting for me to take him to the dentist. Idu kuda tumane rough agi kanutte. You need to use the word please. So could you please let me go half an hour before? I know it is very important to be with you and listen to your words and have a meeting with you, but still I'm requesting you, please could you just let me go at 5:30 today? I have an important meeting. Maybe I need to take my father or anybody. Yes, if you are in a position and if you are using the word to please your boss, that of course he is going to let you go. ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲೂ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರಾ ಸರ್? ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ದಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು ಯು and your boss, but I'm telling you how to approach a person, how to end a conversation. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಸು ತಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪನಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೋ ತಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೋ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನಾದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮೇ ಬಿ ಹಿ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಈವನ್ ಮೋರ್. ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಸೊ it should strike his mind, okay, he's good, politely he's asking, and it is my duty that I need to take care of fulfilling his needs as well. So I'm going to let him go, but I'm not going to let him go every day. It is up to him. But ending a conversation, how well you end. So what is the difference? First one, you can use with your closest friend, no issues. But second one looks appealing, more appealing. Okay, you're apologizing. First of all, you're saying sorry, I'm sorry, but I have to go. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡ, ತುಂಬಾ ದಿನ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೀವಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ. Right? This one might seem a bit rude. ಯಾಕೆ ರೂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳುತ್ತೆ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲೋಸೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬಾ ದಿನ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಒಂದು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. Yes, of course, but all of a sudden you start using this, he might think, okay, ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ, he looks arrogant, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ತರ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಕಾಣ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ always it might be your closest friend, it could be anybody. In English, let me clarify one thing. Using these words in Kannada gives a total different meaning and total different context and total different image. ಈ ಪದಗಳನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಬಳಸಿದಾಗ ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ವುಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸಾರಿ, ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಸಾರಿ, ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸಿದಾಗ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲಿಟರಲಿ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಸಾರಿ. ತಪ್ಪಾಯ್ತು, ಕ್ಷಮಿಸ್ಬಿಡು, ನಿನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೊತ್ತು ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ನೋ ನೀಡ್. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್. ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಮೀ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸಾರಿ, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ. So there is a difference. We shouldn't be translating from Kannada to English, from English to Kannada, which loses its meaning, but that is the main reason. Remember, I had been telling you, we cannot translate word by word what we speak from Kannada to English or English to Kannada. It loses its meaning and its context as well. Now let us move on. So here is a conversation. Try to understand between two friends. So the conversation is between two friends, Ratna and Vasanta. Hi Vasanta, nice to see you. Been away? And Vasanta says, yes, I had been to Mysore for a week. Ratna, oh, how did you like your stay in Mysore? Vasanta says, it was enjoyable. I'm sorry, I'm in a hurry as I have to catch the 4 o'clock train. It is already 3:45. See you later. Bye. Okay, Ratna says, bye now. Try to understand the conversation. It is casual conversation. One person meets and the other person greets saying that you had been away since very long time. Right? Been away? Nice to see you. Yes, I had been to Mysore for a week, maybe for a week. Yes. And how did you like your stay in Mysore? But Vasanta says it was enjoyable. Just enjoyable, nothing more, nothing less. And she starts giving the reason that she has to catch 4 o'clock train. And I'm sorry, I'm in a hurry as I have to catch the train at 4 o'clock. Remember, this might seem what is so difficult, what is so different in this conversation, ending a conversation. Try to observe, ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಒಂದು ವಾರ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. Though you are meeting your friends, closest friend or just a hi-bye friend, ಒಂದು ವಾರ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ they are coming and asking you, or he or she is coming and asking you, ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು, ಎಲ್ಲೋಗಿದ್ದೆ, ಒಂದು ವಾರ ಕಾಣಲಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ? ಎಸ್, ನಾನು ಮೈಸೂರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ, ಒಂದು ವಾರ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೆ. ಸೊ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತಪ್ಪ ನಿನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೇ, ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು, ಹೌ ವಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ದ ಟ್ರಿಪ್, ರೈಟ್? ಅಂಡ್ ಯು just tell it was enjoyable. ಏನೋ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೆ, ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಗ್ಲಾ, ನಾನು 4 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹರಿಯಲಿದ್ದೀನಿ, 4 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ನಾನು ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ದ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಎಟ್ 4 o'clock. ಬಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸಾರಿ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡ ಕಣೋ, ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡ, ನಾನು 4 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಗ್ತೀನಿ, ಆರ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ಯು ಲೇಟರ್, ಅಥವಾ ನಾಳೆ ಸಿಗ್ತೀನಿ, ಅಥವಾ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಸಿಗ್ತೀನಿ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಸಿಕ್ತಾಗ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, however it might be. But remember, using these words will play a key role in your conversation. Ending conversation is also very important language function. How to begin a conversation? I have already spoken about 15 different language functions. Each and every language function has its own vital role. ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಸಂಭಾಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲೆವರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯನನ್ನ ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ರೈಟ್? ಕೆಲವರು ನಾನು ತುಂಬಾ ಜನರನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅವರು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾತಲ್ಲೇ ಮರಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೋವರ್ಬ್, ಮಾತಲ್ಲೇ ಮರಳು ಮಾಡೋದು. Because they don't have to invest anything. There are a lot of people who can just convince other people just with their sweet words. They would call you, they would just pat your back, they would appreciate you. They can just get the job done in a minute, within a snap. It's their caliber, it's their capacity. That is not the case with everybody. Everyone will not have the skill of convincing other people or other person. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅಣ್ಣ ಹೇಳಿ, ಎಸ್, ದೇ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಸ್ಮೈಲಿಂಗ್. ವೆದರ್ ದೇ ಮೀನ್ ಇಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಬಾಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್. ಬಟ್ if you want to get your job done, you need to know how well to use this language function. I'm not saying ನೀವು ಲಿಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ನಾಟಕ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಲ್ಲ. Even if you're not true from the bottom of your heart that you want to get your job done, I'm not asking you people to adopt this language function in your daily lives. I'm not saying that. If you are literally using these words and if you literally mean that yes, I'm very true to my heart and very true to the other person, and I'm literally and I'm begging that person and every word of mine is true, then I'm really happy. But remember, those people who are rough from their heart, they might be very, like filmy. They might just enact. They might be wearing mask. But I've seen those people who are very soft from the heart, but the words they speak seems very rude. So here is the idea. Try to use this language function whenever you use or whenever you talk to other person trying to convince. Each and every language function I have spoken out of 16, this is the 16th and the last language function. Try to think about it, try to adopt it, try to use it. Yes, of course, when you start using this sentences, language functions, dude, please don't mind, I'm really sorry, I'm going to meet you tomorrow. Your friend might start mocking at you, saying, oh, you're trying to be too hi-fi these days. You're trying to improve yourself. You're trying to be on a standard level, above par level. Yes, what is the matter? They might tease you. They might pull your legs, right? They might taunt you. But don't worry. Once it becomes a habit, yes, of course, you will inculcate, you will imbibe these attitude, these language functions in your daily lives. It looks so polished. It gives you a good image. I can give you in writing, I can guarantee you, you are going to be far better than other people. Once when you start speaking, the language functions you make use in your daily lives, in your daily conversation, will give you a better image than others. I can guarantee that. Let us move on with this now. Next one here is the conversation at a friend's house, yes, while studying together for the examination. Right? So what is the conversation? Dhananjaya says, oh, we completed the 3rd unit. Shall we begin with the 4th unit or shall we take a small break? So Dhananjaya is asking, ನಾವು 3 ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮುಗಿಸಾಗಿದೆಯಪ್ಪ, 4ನೇ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾ ಅಥವಾ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾ? So for this, Lakshmi Sagar says, I'm afraid, I'm not scared, I'm afraid in the sense it is a language function where he doesn't want to continue. I'm afraid I must go now. I think I'm going to go now. No, I'm sorry, right? Instead of saying I'm sorry, he says, I'm afraid I must go now. It is already 10 p.m. My mother will be waiting for me. There is no one else at home. So he's saying, Vijar Madkobada, right? I'm afraid I can't stay more for a longer time, right? I have to go. I must go now. It is already 10 p.m. ತುಂಬಾ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೊತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸರಿ ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ತಾಯಿ ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. Yes, of course, you are ending a conversation in a polite way. You can use multiple languages. please don't mind me leaving now. I'm going to go and come back tomorrow because it is already 10 p.m., 10 at night, and moreover, my mother is all alone by herself at home. I have to go. I have to take care of my mom. Please don't mind. You can use multiple languages. Dhananjaya says, okay then, see you tomorrow in the college. See you tomorrow in college. Lakshmi Sagar says, okay, bye. Just a simple sentences. Think about it. All the sentences you read, even a single sentence you read here will give you a clear idea. But that doesn't mean it is ultimate. You can use multiple languages. Let us move on. These are the expressions you can use. Expressions used for taking leave when the conversation has ended. Conversation mugud mele yava expression balastira with friends. So this is of course informal, and this with superior is formal. So with friends, see you later, see you, bye, and see you again, bye, even bye, see you late, whatever it might be, you are bidding goodbye to a friend or anybody other than your friends, but not your superiors or your parallel, right? Your colleagues, even with your fellow beings who are working in your office. With superiors, goodbye sir or madam. Even see you later sir, see you after a week or a month is also fine, no issues. But goodbye is just bidding goodbye after you end the conversation. So apart from this, you are also going to study about the expressions used for taking leave when the other wants to continue. This is very important, but you want to end the conversation. Tumba sari now nodirtivi, right? We have experienced it plenty of times in our lives. There are a lot of friends whom we meet, whom we get acquainted to, and those people are fond of talking. They talk, and they talk. They don't stop. And at times when we get irritated, it's not just about friends. Friends matra alla, even our superiors, even our bosses. They have a habit of making the person sit and go on talking. Rubbish. They shift from one topic to other topic. Regardless what they speak, right? Even they will not be aware what they are speaking. Regardless of what they are speaking, they don't mind that, they have made a person, they have made a colleague, they have made the subordinate sit in front of them. But all they want to do is talk. Especially if the colleague or the subordinate happens to be a beautiful girl, the boss happens to be a gent and not married, it goes on throughout the day. They want to impress the subordinate. I'm just giving you an example there. So how do you end? Imagine you are a beautiful girl now and you are seated there and you are drilled from morning. Your boss is drilling your head, right? He goes on talking rubbish. And how do you end a conversation? I'm afraid I must go now, sir. I'm afraid I have a lot of work. Remember, ನೀವು ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ. So ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. I have to finish my work because you have assigned me some work and it is my priority. It is my duty that I have to finish my work or else I will not be paid. So I must go. I'm afraid I must go now. I hope you don't mind my leaving is also good. Right? Sure. So, sorry sir. You're going to say, sorry sir, could you please excuse me? I'm gonna leave now. I hope you don't mind my leaving. I hope you don't mind me leaving right now because there are plenty of work pending. There is a lot of work that I have to finish. There are plenty of things that I have to cope up with. So I must really be going. So this one, yes, of course, when you are the boss and your subordinates come and eat your head. Eat your head in a sense, they come and just storm your office, right? And they won't leave, they want some increment. and you try convincing, and there is the ultimate boss there and he is not convinced to pay the increment or maybe to make the increment for the subordinates, and you are the bridge between these two. So you don't have any idea, or you know that you are helpless. At that point of time, you can use, I must really be going, please don't trouble me anymore. I'm just going to put a word to my boss, and if he agrees, then I'm definitely going to make what I could do. I'm going to help if I can or if I could. Until then, please don't trouble me. I'm sorry, but I have to. So give reason for ending the conversation. Remember, they have swarmed your office and you are totally troubled from morning. And you are convincing them, I'm sorry, my dear colleagues. Please don't mind. I'm sorry, my dear people. But I have to tell you one thing. Boss is not so pleased with the performance of you all. Or maybe boss is not pleased with the income he received or the income of this year, this annual year, the budget year. So he's not ready to give you the increment or maybe a rise in the salary. It won't happen. So it is up to you to use. Just because you're the boss, that doesn't mean you have to be too rude. You don't have to be too rude. You can also be polite. But being polite with even your subordinates would give you a good image. Remember, just because you're the boss, I have seen a lot of people, they are very bossy. They cannot be, like down to earth. They are not in a position to understand the other people's pain. No. But if you are good enough to talk to that person, try to understand the pulse of that person, yes, of course, you are going to be respected amongst all. Think about it, and then always remember, out of all these 16 language functions, make use of the best and then talk to other person before you create a bad image in his eyes. So that's it in today's session. Apart from this, there is one or two more exercises which you can do on your own. They have already given you the modals and the auxiliary verbs to be used while talking about language functions. This is the 16th and the last, one of the last language functions we have discussed. With this, I'm going to wind up the first PUC workbook exercises. I hope you are going to make use of these videos and this class, and there are a lot of videos which are already uploaded in YouTube channel. We run, you all know, we run Vidhyaashram channel. Kindly subscribe and start watching it. Definitely, it will be helpful for you to score more marks. Take up the classes, take up the textbooks and workbooks and start practicing to score more marks. With this, I wind up our first PUC syllabus. If it is possible, I'm going to meet you next time with new topics. Until then, take up the textbook, take up the workbook, watch our videos and keep practicing. See you. Have a good day. Take care.